Now we're on to already the second string in section 2. All right, second string in section 2. And the second string in section 2, guess what? It only has 3 elements in it. Only 3. So it makes it quite easy. I tend to go up to 9 total, as you know. I don't try to go over 9. But sometimes it's fun just to have an easy one. Okay, so this is quite easy, isn't it? Okay, quite easy. So 47, 48, 49. There's only 3. Easy to remember, okay? Number 47 is silver. Number 48 is cadmium. And number 49 is indium. Let's go over that again. Number 47 is silver. Number 48 is cadmium. Number 49 is indium. Silver, cadmium, indium. Silver, cadmium, indium. 47, 48, 49. Now one thing, again, what you want to do is make this your own. What do you mean cadmium? What do you mean indium? Where do those words come from? Well, we don't have to worry about that, do we? All we're trying to do is memorize the elements in order. Okay? Silver, cadmium, indium. So, like for instance, with cadmium and indium. In the English language, a cad is someone who, is kind of a ne'er-do-well, kind of a guy who doesn't listen to people and does his own thing. All right? So you can say the cad went to India. Can't you? Sure you can. You can do it. I can do it. So it makes you remember what comes first, too. And also, cadmium. The cad went to India. No, indium. That little play with tricks, you can sometimes these words that are unfamiliar to you, you can make come alive a little bit. All right. So the cad went to India. You know the order now. You know the cat. It's not cat. It's cadmium. In India, it's not India. It's indium. It just makes it so much easier sometimes at the very beginning stages to learn 47. Silver, 48, cadmium, 49, indium. Now, we're going to have to integrate, remember. Now, we don't necessarily have to integrate at this stage, going all the way back to hydrogen. You can if you like, but we're learning a new section now, section 2. If you want to make it slightly easier on yourself, then you don't have to go all the way back to section 1. We can start here with molybdenum, technetium, ruthenium, rhodium, palladium, 42 through 46. Now, that is what? We have to do that because we learned this in the last lesson. Molybdenum, technetium, ruthenium, rhodium, palladium. And we can't just say, it's an easy day today. All I'm going to do is these 3. Well, it is an easy day today. All you have to do is these 3, but you have to integrate these 3 with these 5. Because if we don't, what's going to happen? You're going to start to forget 42 through 46. So you don't want to waste the work you did yesterday, and you don't want to wait for a week. Again, sometimes people say spaced repetition. Well, and then they talk about whole weeks on end in terms of spaced repetition. I don't. I say you space it throughout the day, okay, and then you learn it. And the closer in time, and the more repetitions in time, and I'm going to get into that as we go along here. Maybe in section 3, I'll tell you about the principles that are occurring here. That if you continue to do this every day, like we're doing, right? And going back and integrating the previous day or days learning and then add new days, what's actually occurring in your mind. But you want to do it every day. And then it keeps, your mind is actually growing. And again, in section 3, I'll give you more insight into what's actually happening. But the more you do it in small sections is really great. So small sections means 5 minutes, 7 minutes, very short periods. Stop. Don't spend an hour, then come back to it in 2 hours, 3 minutes, stop. And come back to it in another 2 hours, stop. Those little spurts for short periods of time, because we often have an idea, if we're going to study at school, we're going to sit down and we're going to study. And I'm going to study for 8 hours today. Well, a lot of times that's contraindicated because you're not going to learn a lot in those 8 hours. You'll be reading, you'll be highlighting, you'll be underlining, but you won't be actively building your brain. And that's really what we want to look here. We want to actively build your brain. So let's integrate again. Okay, so we have molybdenum, 42, technetium, ruthenium, rhodium, palladium, silver, cadmium, indium. Integration again, molybdenum, technetium, ruthenium, rhodium, palladium, silver, cadmium, indium. And that'll do it for today. So even though it's an easy day, remember to get back in the swing and integrate yesterday's learning with the learning from today.